Welcome to the Kidney Kitchen. Today we're going to be doing some spicy lamb meatballs with a nice crisp green salad and some minty yoghurt. Let's get cracking. We've got about a pound there of nice lean lamb. There we go. And into our lamb we're going to put some nice spices. We've got some ground coriander and some ground cumin. There we go. And also we've got some cardamom pods. Now there's a very strong spices, cardamom, so we're just going to use 3. And I thought I'd better show you how to prep those. So I'm just going to crush the pod with the back of my knife, and that's the bit you want, the actual seed. There's little tiny black specks is what you need. Like I say, it's a very hot spice, so you only need a couple of them. We're going to use 3. So that's the little bits that you need. And I'm just going to crush them. We've got a little tool here that we use just to crush them down. You can use a little rolling pin if you like. There you go, just give them a light crush. They have to be crushed because you really don't want to bite on a whole cardamom seed because they are quite spicy. And there you go, into your lamb. Next, a little bit of garlic. I've got 2 big cloves here. Actually, I think the recipe says for 4 cloves, but I've managed to get some of that big garlic, so I'm only going to use 2. I'm just going to grate those. You can crush them again with the back of your knife, or quite a bit easier just grating them in. That's me smelling the garlic all day long. And then a little bit of egg, just a beaten egg, just to bind the whole lot together. That's everything in there. Just the last ingredient, just a little bit of freshly ground black pepper. And there you go. This is the best bit, getting your hands in there, mixing it all around, getting all those spices all over the meat. And you can make this the night before if you want to, because then all the flavours will get into the meat. Leave it in the fridge overnight. Actually smells really, really lovely now, this. So we're just going to make tiny ones actually. We're going to make about 25, 30 meatballs. Feed about 6 people. Just sort of walnut size, that sort of size. Great for a party snack. Kids love them as well. You can have them as like a canapé. Again, you can barbecue them if you want to, or you can, if you want to make them bigger, you can. You can always sort of double, 3 times the size. You can have them as a main course for tea, but we're just going to be making small ones today. There you go, 25, 30 meatballs. Took me about 5 minutes to do. That's all. So it's quite a quick, simple thing to get done. I've preheated my oven already, about 180 degrees, but we're going to pan fry them first on top of the stove. A little bit of colour on them. Transfer them to a roasting tin and then finish them off in the oven. So a nice hot pan, a drizzle of olive oil. Okay, you might want to do them in 2 batches if there's too many in the pan. You want them to fry. If you put too many in there, they're just going to stew, but you want them to actually fry, get a nice bit of colour on them. So there you go, that's about it, nice and golden all the way over. And we're just going to transfer them to a little roasting tin. Great, that's half of them done. Now we're going to do the other half of them. So like I said before, not too many in the pan. You're going to get a more even colour on them all if you just do a few at a time. Smelling good. These can be done in advance as well. Like I say, you can make them the day before, have them all rolled in your fridge ready to go. You can even fry them at this stage as well and have them cold as well. They're nice, just as nice cold as they are warm. Great little canapé for a party. Okay, so 7 minutes have passed now. I'm going to see if the meatballs are ready. They look great. Let's just try one. If you're unsure if they're cooked or not, you can always just cut one in half, just to make sure they are cooked. That's perks of the job, that is, perks of the chef, that is, so you get to eat it at the same time. But it's the way of checking if they are cooked, if you're worried. So while they're cooling down, we're just going to make up the crispy green salad. I've got a few nice leaves here, a few mixed leaves I've picked up from the farm shop actually. And we've got a bit of cucumber. Just going to cut some nice chunks. You can put whatever you like really in your salad, but I like the crispy lettuce leaves and I like cucumber. A little bit of red onion. Got a nice bit of fresh dill there as well. And a bit of red onion. I like a bit of red onion in my salad, so I'm just going to thinly slice it. You can chop it if you want to. There you go. And I made a little bit of dressing earlier. Just some olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, squeeze of lemon juice, some fresh parsley, a little bit of pepper, and just dress the salad. Okay, now we're going to assemble the dish. Got my nice crispy green salad. I've got some natural Greek yogurt, low-fat Greek yogurt. And in that I'm going to put a bit of mint. Nice bit of chopped mint. Just a little squeeze of lemon juice. There we go. And then a few meatballs. We're going to got some skewers here. And we're going to thread about 3 meatballs onto the skewer. Nice little snack. And then last of all, I'll put some flatbreads in the oven just for 3 or 4 minutes just to warm through. So there we have it, my plate of spiced lamb meatballs with a crisp green salad and minty yoghurt. Just got to ask Nick now, our dietitian with us today, to come and have a try.
Hi Paul.
How are you, sir?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Good man, yeah, really well, thank you.
This looks incredible, thank you very much.
Have a taste. That's where it goes quiet now for a couple of minutes.
It's delicious, isn't it?
I like it. Big plate of food. Too much, you think?
Well, I suppose when we talk about the meatballs, we've got quite a lot of meatballs on there, so maybe if we're talking about pre-dialysis patients trying to reduce their protein intake, maybe half that amount. For those people on dialysis, maybe that size is just about right. So from a protein point of view, we can do a little bit of adaptation to this meal.
Sure.
The yogurt's really good. Again, the potassium and the phosphate content of that's quite high.
Yeah.
So I suppose for those people who need to be really careful with their potassium and phosphate, they could reduce the portion a little bit.
What about creme fraiche? Could you use that instead?
Yeah, and that would be marginally lower in the phosphate, so that would be quite a useful switch.
Sure.
And then we've got the salad, which is great. Again, we've kind of tried to avoid the high potassium vegetables in that salad. But if people need to be really careful with their potassium, they could maybe offer some boiled vegetables.
Yeah. Yeah, some purple broccoli or something like some fine beans.
Absolutely, yeah. Boiled in a good amount of water to draw off as much potassium as possible. Yep. So that would be great. And then we've got the flatbreads. So again, it's a reasonable portion of carbohydrate there. It could be switched out completely if we wanted to, or I suppose we could serve it with some couscous or some rice.
Yeah, it was a toss-up between orzo rice and flatbread I did today.
They all seem to go well with lamb though, don't they?
Lamb and mint and that, yeah, absolutely.
But no, it's a delicious plate of food. Thank you very much.
Great, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thanks for trying it.
No, thank you. Cheers.